hard, tough match, you got soft. There's some few younger guys got a ways to go, you know, as far as experience and stuff, but they got the ability to do it. The goal, start down here with the ugly ones. Oh, you're not that bad. Not bad. This is Gard, freshman, 119 pounder. Chad Simon, freshman, 119 pounder. Chad varsity, just won varsity position tonight. Aaron was a pretty good match. I mean, scoring both the teams. Josh Thompson, freshman, 130 pounder. Blaine Johnson, what were you, 45? 45 pounder freshman. Got the horse Jeremy Regan here. We're gonna start out. He's really gonna go pitch to him, and we're got a little bit of a change of plans. He's gonna go 60 now. He goes 160. He's looking very tough. Jason Lockett, 152 pounder. He's varsity. Both these guys varsity. Brad Taylor, 135 pounder. He's JV now. He will. Had a heck of a match with Jason Farland here tonight. Mike Gomer, boy, I tell you what, if we could have gotten a hold of him a few years ago and gotten him out instead of playing that little funky ball stuff. This guy was heck on the mat, hell on the mat. I mean, it's only the second or third week he's been out, and he's showing me he's really impressive. He's 120, 30 pounds. 30. So yeah, as the year goes on, I think we're going to see some pretty good things out of him. Randy Highland, probably about the ugliest guy on the team. 140 pounder. You guys know he's returning runner-up. Jason Farland, expecting some good things out of him. It's been a couple years since he's been on the mat. So it doesn't look like it by what I've seen in the rest of them. He's varsity 135 pounder. Tommy Thompson, probably about the second ugliest guy on the team. He's 189 pounder, returning state qualifier. Ryan Swigman. Going 160 pounds, junior this year. Gabe Eastman, 125 pounder, senior. He's going to be, I think, sneak up on some people. I think we've got quite a few people who are going to sneak up and kind of surprise somebody. Eric Schaefer, man, I'll tell you what, freshman, he's got a body that he can just pile some muscle on. He's got the ability, look at him rolling. Plus 4-point student too. Joe Arian, freshman, he started wrestling 145 pounds. He started for us this year. He's got some experience. He's going to get some experience, and he's going to expect some pretty good things out of him too. He's going to be tough. Matt Sales, 130. Right? 130 pounder junior. Get a little softer. Get a little fryer lid under his butt. I think we're going to get him going. Ben Simeon, 130 pounders, excuse me. I'm too many of you guys to keep track of. Varsity, 130 pounder. Sophomore. This is what we got for coming. We're going to be missing 2 weights. We're going to be missing 112 and heavyweight. But from the way it looks throughout the lineup, we got the guys that are going to be able to do it. Excuse me, pick up the slack from those 2 empty weights. Starting out Belle Plaine this coming Saturday, I think they're going to sneak up on people. It's going to surprise them. And I think we got the guys here that can do it. Guys, go ahead and have a seat.
Just a couple quick rule changes. I think most of you are pretty familiar with what's going on out there. Some of you might not be. There's two pretty new rules this year that are you'll probably notice more than any other. You notice at the beginning of a meet, when you have the team captains come out and they flip, you ever wonder what they're doing out there? Maybe most of you know. What happens out there is they'll flip a coin. Whoever wins the coin toss will get to choose whether they want the odd or even choices during the match. In other words, when we've got a kid out there, if he's first man out or second man out, it's an odd or an even match in the scoreboard. Well, at the end of the first period they start up. At the beginning of the second period, somebody gets their choice. They can go up, down, or neutral. Okay? Well, that's what that flip determines, as to who gets the choice. There's a new rule change this year. Prior years, if you were the home team, you were to send your man on the mat first. Okay, everybody, a lot of you probably knew that. That kind of, in a way that gave the opposing team maybe an advantage or disadvantage, I guess, how you're looking at it. This year, that rule has been changed. There will be no home team advantage in that standpoint. In other words, what's going to happen is, for example, let's say that Jason's from one team, Randy's from another. They come out and flip. Randy wins the toss and selects the odd matches. Okay. Well, when the odd matches come, this team will send their man on the mat first. Okay. When the even matches come, this team will send their man on the mat first. So it's going to even that out a little bit, which will be kind of nice when we go to Clarksville. So that's going to be a little bit different, because in the past you could hold your guy back and maybe decide, well, are they going to send this guy out, or are they going to sub a guy in and kind of work around a little bit? That's going to kind of take that advantage away. And so that's one thing. And then another thing in the scoring, if you win your bout if it's a draw, both wrestlers have the same match score. It's 2 team points, or 2 points each team. If you win by a decision of up to 8 points, it's 3. If it's between 8 and 11 point decision, where you've got that 8 to 11 point advantage, is 4. 15 points is a technical fall. That's 5 team points, and then a pin or a fall is 16 points. This year, there's a little bit of change in that respect from this standpoint. Last year, let's say that Jason is ahead in the match by, we'll call it, he's up by 14, okay? And he's going to take Randy down to his back. I don't care, lateral or something, just don't hurt him. His mom and dad are taking him to his back, okay? Jason gets a takedown. Very good. Very well. You guys are going to think you like each other. Okay, Jason took Randy down to his back, which is a 2-point takedown, okay? Last year, that would have given Jason a technical fall. In other words, he's now ahead by 16. The match is stopped at that point. So in other words, Jason could not record a fall here. That would have been it. Ref would have stopped it. Okay? Different rule this year. This year, if he takes him to his back, the match is not, points are not awarded until this man comes out of there. So in other words, he can still pin him. Right? Which is a good rule, I think. Because that gives the advantage, the kid's ahead, and we need team points. We want to be going for the fall. And at one team point, there's a lot of times that could determine the meet. And so that gives us an advantage, I think, in the fact that we are going to be aggressive out there, where we can take that man off his feet to his back and still record a pin, even though we're ahead by a sizable margin. I think those are the only 2 real different ones. A couple of them, the sportsmanship, they're really pushing hard this year. The state of Iowa is, which is good. I don't think we have any problem with that. I think one thing that coaches emphasize a lot is to be real aggressive, but also be within boundaries. So there's a fine line of being aggressive and being unsportsmanlike, I guess. So I think that's really the only 2 I can think of as far as we get out of it. So, is there any questions on that? Does everybody can understand that, or did I mess you up total? Just a little bit. What else?
Just right now, kind of set up a little bit of a match. I know you guys all more pretty experienced wrestling than I probably. There's, you know, just a few things, just kind of go over, just refresh memory. And starting out in the first period, or whenever we come off the mat from our feet, or whenever our toe, both wrestlers have to have the toes on both these lines here, one of these lines. I cannot have my foot inside here, right here. So I gotta have one on the line and one back. Okay. So it's gonna look like this. I'm gonna have one out of the circle and one in, right here. Now the first movement off this, anytime a wrestler, if I take a step back, I'm gonna get nailed for the stalling point. Okay. What they're trying to promote is aggressive wrestling. So the first move off the whistle has got to be right into this man right here. Okay. Once that guy starts backing out here, the ref is going to nail him with a stalling point or warning. Right here, you guys want to go over a few moves, basic moves. Okay. What we're going to do, we've been drilling this. One thing I do stress a lot of is drilling, getting our moves down to science. There's so many things in a move, so many different parts. I mean, it's broken down into a lot of steps. What I stress in the wrestling room is a lot of drilling so that we can get that down to science. There's so many times just one little movement is going to make or break a move. You know, we're just going to say, for instance, single. If I'm stepping outside right here, if I get my head outside, he's going to be able to sprawl on me, come back here, take me to the mat. Or if I come in here, I'm stepping outside, coming right here, I keep my head right in his chest, that's going to set him back off a little bit. Opposed to here, he's going to come break right over the top of me, he's going to be able to counter me out of it. So when I'm in here, I like to keep my forehead right in his chest, because that's going to set him back off. And just something little like that, instead of having my head down here, in his crotch, where it doesn't smell real good. Coming here, right here, I'm setting him off base, right? I'm setting him off balance right here. Instead of down here, he's going to break over, he's going to wizard, push my head away. Out here, he's going to do the same thing. Just something little like that is going to make the difference, make or break the move. And that's where we go every night. We'll go at least 15 to 20 minutes on our feet and on the mat, just drilling our moves, just back and forth. Single. Show the single. Right there, there's so many different finishes. He shows the dump finish, showing the dump is when he gets it out here, just like he did. He's circling away from that leg and he's dumping it down to the mat. Got one where he picks it up. There's a leg, and he sweeps it out, and pulls that leg right out of underneath him. We call that cherry picker. So it just sweeps him right up off the feet. Okay, Jason's going to show a high crotch from here. If that single doesn't go from here, a lot of the times, it's something I just picked up down.
Jason just took her way out of the
You can't have it. You won't have any problems if you keep doing that to the other guy. This is something slick that I picked up down in Iowa. We went down for one of those trainers, a guy from Clarksville, and I went down to the coaching clinic in Iowa. A lot of times we come around here with a high crotch and try and finish back here. A lot of times it's not going to go. Sometimes, you know, I come here with this spade here on the side. I got my hands crossed in here, and sometimes I can't get it across, switch off, or come back behind. So all I'm doing here is just sucking his leg right into my chest, and I'm popping my hips at the same time. I teach them to attack their weak spots, which their joints and wherever else. So I'm coming here, pop my hips right here. Boom. Attack the weak spot. Get him sit up on his toes a little bit. Right here. elbows close out with his leg at all. Right here, boom. You hit it hard enough, might be a flip. It's when the crowd goes, ooh. Then you know you've done a good move. Okay. Let's go to double, yeah. Show them how it's set up. Different between. I was always taught in high school to come up and lock right underneath the butt. Okay, right there I'm attacking his power right there. The hips are the strongest part of his body. Where I want to go is I want to go down to the weak spot. His knees. Show him what's there from up there locking him. Pete. Okay. Let's let Jason sprawl on me. Right there. Boom, he's going to sprawl and he's going to be able to get out of that a lot easier. We're opposed to if he's got this, we call that lace in the leg, double. If he sprawls here, that's going to set him almost right up on his toes, on Randy's shoulders. And it's just going to make it that much more better to control his hips. Right there. So hit that, try and sprawl and just follow through it. Boom. Notice the difference from when I'm locked here, when he sprawls, sometimes he can go right straight down. Where if I'm here, sprawl, boom. Right there. It's just a matter of where you got the control on his power or taking his weak spot. High crouch is no way. There's so many things, and if one move doesn't work, we're usually in position for another move. Randy's gonna hit a high crotch, boom, and he's coming across, he's switching off to a double, that's when he's right here, and instead of coming, like I said, popping the hips here, coming around back, I'm gonna switch off and block him right here on the hip. Boom. Switching off to the double position. One thing, we're trying to get them going with chain wrestling. If one thing doesn't move, boom, we're going right back into the other. Firemen. Just a few basic ones. There's so many little things on each one of these moves that just, like I said, makes or breaks the move. Go ahead, Dave. Firemen. Right there. Just like, Mr. Reese was probably used this before, haven't you? But this fireman's carry just like this. Carrying somebody on a ladder. There's so many variations off each one of these moves too. Fireman's carry, I can come right in here, just throw it from here. I can come with my toes. Right here. I can come from shooting outside from here. Coming off the Russian tie, what we call a Russian tie. When he's got a collar tie, that's what we call a collar tie when he's tied up on the neck. Coming here, this Russian tie, Russians use this a lot. I'm going to get him circling into him. I'm coming here. Boom. And it's just, you can hit that from about anywhere. Each move has got so many different variations off of these. Ankle picks. Right there. Get the man circling one way, and you change his direction. You want to circle in the opposite way that right there. So you want the leg. You want to get him circling there so he can leave that leg out and pick that. Throughout that move, he's not just picking that ankle, he's also driving with his forearms on his shoulder, just driving right over at an angle. Show him a little bit there. Just pulling that leg, possibly extending it right there. Also got those, we're lower level attacks, just a few basic ones. Jason's gonna show a couple upper body moves. You gonna throw the headlock? You're gonna throw the headlock? Okay, headlock. Kind of a low percentage move. You gotta make sure you have that tight, or else you can end up on your back yourself. All he's doing, Ray's doing, is you got a collar tie and an outside. You got an overhook on his ring. Yep. Got an overhook, outside tie. He's getting him circling. He's creating distance here. He's gonna step through, get his hips. He's got to clear his hips past Jason, or else he's not gonna be able to complete that. Jason can come around and hit hook a leg or something right there. So he's got to make sure he hits that. He's got to love people. Never seen nothing like it. One beats the snot out of the other one gets mad and comes back and beats the snot out of the other one. Yeah, you gotta love it. What do you want, Ryan? Fast motion? Alright. This is one of those crowd pleasers. Alright, Jason, what are you gonna show? That's kind of, I might add, that headlock's a pretty low percentage move. I mean,
Except for Kyle.
yeah, there's few people that make that, have that exception. Okay, what are you gonna show? What? Okay. Tell me what you're gonna do.
In a freestyle, full souffle is legal, where I just range stacked up under him, going straight back on my neck, and actually doing a back flip. And folk style, that's not legal, so they make us do a half souffle, where before you hit the mat, you have to turn your head one way or the other. That's what I'm trying to demonstrate right now.
Don't blame my full armor.
When they go belly to belly and you just get your hips underneath them. I'll break my neck too. I don't know if I can never throw. I have just 2 chickens to throw.
One thing though. The moves before were all lower level from about the knee, about middle side of the foot. The headlock ratio was upper body from the chest up. This is more of a middle section move because I'm in here. When I'm tied up, I'm dropping my hips and actually taking a shot. But not blocking his legs, but blocking his arm. It's like a high shot. Getting in here, popping my hips under his, just back arching, going off my feet.
Okay. What else can we show? You want to show anything else from Steve? Anything? What's your guys' favorite move? Show your favorite move. Don't go ahead, let's talk through it.
My favorite move from Steve is, hard to carry. All you get is the guy moving around and stuff. There's a lot of things you can do. You get stuck in here, and he won't do it, it won't go. You switch up, go. Switch around. I get the move and stuff in it. Always moving around and stuff. That don't work. I can get up.
The more you move that mat, the more you're going to create your own openings. You're going to make him make mistakes. You're going to create the weakness. That's where you move them. You pop them right here, pop them the shoulders, pop them the forehead, stuff like that. You know, that's what you got to do. You got to move that man. You got to be right after him all the time. Pop him, move right here, get him backing up, making him wonder where you're going to come from next. That's where you're going to create your own openings. That's why I promote the aggressive style coming at him. Boom. Get a guy coming at you. Like I told you guys, you got this guy crawling off the mat. He's going to come with these guys over here running circles. God, we had some kids in Storm Lake last year. This kid, probably the dumbest kid I've ever known. Oh, this kid was a rock. First meet of the year. Tough kid though. I mean, he was a sophomore. We tell him his name was Jay Handy. But that guy is tired. What are you going to do to him? This is right there in the meet. He goes, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to get him. He's out there like this. I said, well, show him. He starts, the guy's down, referee's position. He starts running around. He's pointing. One time he gets a little too close and steps on his fingers. After that, it was just all elbows and you know what. Yeah, this kid, I mean, he did that every match. off the mat. Jesus, so it's got crazy. That's what I like. That's why I promote that aggressive style. It's going to make your form weak, and it's going to make him wonder just what the heck he's pouring into. So, what are you going to show lateral?
Yeah.
Okay, one more upper body move.
This is, a move that becomes freestyle. Actually, my favorite move is, kind of what Randy showed before off the fireman. Randy normally changes to a double or finishes the fireman. I like to finish in the high crotch or switch off to a double. But this is a move basically behind and you hold tight. You get the guy locked up here. You got this nice and firm under here. Put that in there. You know, kick at this leg, act like you're tired and stuff. All of a sudden, this one burst, you're gonna hit this. Drill, when a guy's nice and tired, the guy's gonna be drooping on you if he's ahead in the match. You're going, God, I can't beat this guy. All of a sudden,
When he's doing that, he's popping that guy in the chest with his other arm, with his other hand. He's coming, pop palms,
right, hit right here.
It's gonna set him back a little bit. It's gonna set him on his toes. If you go a little bit from the down position, whichever one wants to show, stand up. We got both an inside and outside stand up. Inside stand up is when you step up with his inside leg inside the guy's on, Randy just did. Outside is when you step up the opposite leg, the other side. One thing here, what we're stressing is getting hand control, and getting the hips out. Back in right there. When he does this, it's going to put all this pressure down this guy's shoulders, and it's going to force him down the mat. Get your hips out a little farther. Right there. He can just keep walking that and break his hands, and sooner or later he's going to get that guy flattened out and come after him. He gets this pressure. I like to teach these guys to do it right away. When I'm coming here, I'm getting my hips out. Boom. I might fall on my butt, but there's a scramble position there, and my chances of getting out are a lot better. So I'm coming here. Boom. Right there. The sooner you get pressure going on that guy, taking him away from you, the better. You wait till you get up to your feet. If I wait to get up to here, my chances are a lot slimmer of getting out. Plus, a lot of times you see people bend over right here when they're in this position, the stand-up position. There's no pressure. This guy's going to take down, just bang, with him split. So I don't have no pressure on him. He's making me carry all his weight. So what I'm doing, the simple solution is get my hips out and my back in, right in there, boom. Notice what that does to the body. It stretches him out, which forces it down, boom. Puts an awful lot of pressure on his hands and his shoulders and bring him down. Let's do something basic right now. Okay, sit out. Sitting out, you hip height through, sitting a short sit out here. What he wants to do is just get hand control of Jason. When he comes through, he's going to go ahead. Hip height through, boom. Kind of sit out to granny position. The guy follows you around, you're going to come back to the hip. Come back to the crotch, grab that leg, sit out to granny position. The guy follows you. Just do a regular sit out. Right there. Boom. Does anybody have any questions? I know I go like crazy in wrestling. I start talking circles, and these guys are probably saying, "What's the name?" Why are you wearing John Bosco hat? I was wondering how long that would take.
I think you go over some of the illegal holds. A lot of times in the match, the referee will signal something, and in a legal hold it would work to my point. And I know a lot of people, including me, we really don't know what it was that was done that was illegal. So if you happen to show us things that they can't do.
Okay.
Headbutt position, we're going to go illegal.
Okay, we'll go with start with the headlock position. Headlock, you have to have an arm in here. If he's got this without an arm, he's going to be pulling right there on the neck. That's got a greater chance of breaking and snapping it. So right here, I like this better because you can cut things off right there, pull that right across the nose, and you can breathe right here. But you got to have an arm in here. You got to have an arm in there. The other way, show me the other way without the arm. I mean, that's illegal without an arm in there. That's legal. You can even have this arm in here too. I mean, for the opposite side. Okay. An illegal move is worth 1 point. There's no warning spotted. An illegal move constitutes something that's going to be going across the natural movement of the joint. So, I mean, there's so many different things. Like, see, there's potentially dangerous and there's illegal. Potentially dangerous is when I start to take, like, for instance, take this knee outside this natural range of motion, coming out, forcing it out here, instead of coming here or down. So bring it back inside. It's a hinge joint, you can't go across it. That's a potentially dangerous move.
There is not necessarily any points awarded for that, though.
No, not for potentially dangerous. They just break the hold, then they restart it. They give them do they warn them for that? There's no eventual points given. Okay. As far as on top, sometimes if I'm on top in the referee's position, I cannot lock hands here. I cannot lock hands across his head, across his waist here. The only time I can lock my hands is when I'm working for a fall. If I got him on a spinning combination, if I'm coming, go back to headlock. I mean, that's about the only thing I can think of right now. Cradle. Huh? Cradle. Okay, cradle. You know, I can lock my hands here because I got him on his back. I can. I can lock it here in the cradle position. Let's see. What else can I have trouble getting that?
There's one, there's one time you can lock it on the body and then your feet to a pinning combination where it gets your arm out. For Jason, if you take him in a bear hug situation, you put Randy to his back right away. Then he can stay in that position around the body. That's the only time you can lock him on the body. Otherwise, it's got to be like a head and an arm or a head and a leg.
What else you got to have with that, or as far as the legal moves?
Well, one thing would be
coming around the waist.
well, fingers would be another thing here. I guess the other time you can lock. The other time you can lock is if this guy's on his feet. Okay, if I'm behind, I can lock him here, try to take him. But the minute that Jason is supporting points, if he drops to a knee or something, that I've got reaction time, which is kind of referee's discretion, but about a second or two to let go. I've got to break that. Okay. If we go to the mat and I say lock, go to your knee in. Okay, if I can go down here and I sit there very long, I'm going to get penalized for that. Okay. Now, if this guy, let's say that Jason, he comes down and hit a switch. Okay. Let's say we go down to the mat and Jason starts to move. You can see I'm still locked here. Okay. The ref's not going to stop this. He's going to let him finish his move. Okay. In that case, he's going to get 2 for reversing me and get a point because I locked my hands. Sometimes you'll see the ref let it go and you think, why isn't he stopping it? That's because he's already in another move. He wants to give him a chance to score.
Plus another thing from here, it's illegal for me to drop down to a knee to get him to release. Okay, just intentionally. If I go down like this and make him release, I get called for illegal move, right? Is that what they clarified? I mean, this other man will get a point. Okay. Where I got to stand here, trying to get this. Once I go down here, if I just touch and come back up, this guy's going to try and break his hands, and that's going to benefit me. I mean, it's just something.
Yeah, there's another thing in the stalling. You don't see it. See, a lot of stalling has to do with the referee's personality, to be honest. It really does. Because someone, when I wrestled in college, Mike Allen would nail you right now. And then, I don't pick on Bob Siddons will let you go for a while. So every referee's different. If Jason starts out down and he comes to his feet, same time, what we want Jason to do is try to get out of it, okay? You know, and that's what's in the advantage. But I've seen a lot of guys win matches by just this guy getting up to his feet, and finally this guy gets worn, and he's gotta let him go. And then this guy takes him down, and then it wins the bout for him, so. Just one thing on as far as the legal goes too, when he's trying to break these hands out of here, Jason started to do a thing on the fingers, he's gotta have all 4 fingers, okay? Or all 5, you can't just have 3, that's, you know, or 2, never try to hurt him like that. That's what it is. Okay, he's gotta have all 4. That's another, you see that? Another thing, if you grab the bow, sometimes they'll get caught, you know, they'll stop that, you know, intentionally doing it.
Another thing for the legal move. I cannot take, I don't know if everybody can see this. When I got this called chicken wing bar in here, I gotta be, keep this arm 45 degrees. I cannot, once I start coming up here blocking that, this gap up here, that's gonna restrict his movement of the shoulder, and that could pop it out or break it or something. So what I cannot have my hand up here, I gotta have it directly across his back. Okay, and that'll be just as effective up here, if you hit it right and just put enough pressure on it there. Another thing, I cannot take this, there you go. This one? Okay. I cannot take this arm past 45 degrees. Can't do it with him anyway, but this got to be 90 degrees. I cannot take that arm so his hand's coming up here to the middle of his back. About 45 degrees, is that what it is? Yeah. Or else that's an illegal move.
Yeah, if it's done, I think you'll see a lot of referees stop stuff in here, you know, where he'll have a bar in here, and then he'll think, you know, he's trying to turn the kid over, and he'll stop it because he's afraid of this joint, you know, which I guess I'd rather, there's kind of a fine line there too, and again, every official's gonna be different, you know. Their biggest concern is for this guy here in his shoulder, they don't want him to get hurt, you know, so if he feels that it's going forward, he's gonna stop it, potentially dangerous more so than call it illegal. But if I force it, you know, if he told me and maybe stopped it, and the next time I just go right back in here, you know, just kind of get him one of these deals, then he's gonna nail you for it, okay? Because they're worried that's a real vulnerable joint. I was thinking another thing too, yeah, Jason show, if a lot of you ever watched Tim Krieger from Iowa State wrestle, he had a little move called the back roll.
Last year, I'm not sure what weight it was at, but a kid in collegiate level, this isn't illegal, and a kid won all his matches by hurting the other kid. He had 9 guys in his bracket, he
They're all
ripped their knees out.
Why don't you go turn sideways so they can see that you're in?
If you got a guy that's pretty strong in his body, trade is, he can't get him turned. A lot of guys will go back here and try to turn him with his weak spot, which is his knee. Now, the rules are that I can take this, I cannot take it up any more past shoulder, I cannot lift this where it'd be potentially dangerous to his knee, but I can take it to his toe. His toe is going to go that way towards you guys and no one here.
What he's doing is he can roll in sideways, but there's no motion allowed anymore coming up toward the shoulders with that. And that's basically the reason. They still do that in college. In fact, now this is the first year now, I think it's illegal now. because of just the injuries to the knees and things, it's really bad. But a lot of guys will do that where they'll take them and they'll try to take them over that way. And it's another thing where it's just pressure. They got to stay across this way instead of going to the head with it. Basically, because you're forcing the joint where it's not supposed to go.
Crossing the neck. Is there any question? I know I'm pretty, like I said, I'm pretty unorganized with this stuff, you know, it's just, things pop into my head and pop out, they're there for like a split second before I can remember to talk about them, they're gone. Any questions about that stuff? That's kind of brief look at the illegal holds, there's so many of them that we just can't get to. Questions, anybody wants to see anything from there, or can you see anything?
Yes,
Yeah,
well, I don't know what else you had left, but I guess, as spectators and as parents, what can we do to help you folks?
all the yelling and screaming and stomping
Well,
feet. As far as during the match period?
During the match, any other times, if there's anything, I know there's a lot of parents that, especially wrestling parents, that would gladly get involved if you just let us know. And,
Okay, you know what, boy, you know, as far as great fan support is great, you know, I know it's great for these guys to come out on the mat and see everybody up there in the stands, cheering them on, you know, it makes them feel a lot more worth, like they're worth a lot more there, helps their job a lot more, go a lot better. Well, I just love rowdy crowds, I hear all that yelling and screaming and stomping feet, you know, I guess I sat with my dad too many times at a few wrestling, but well, I don't know who's worse, my dad or my mom, I'm not really sure. My mom and dad. Boy, when you get, I don't know, down here on the mat, you just kind of block things out and you don't hear things, but I can hear my mom yelling and screaming, it just, there's times I threatened to lock her up at home in the basement and not to let her come. No, I just kidding. I love her, she's great. But, I think that, you know, fan support, stuff like that, just let them know to go back. And, you know, I think it's great that everybody's here like this. I mean, that shows the kids that you guys are behind them.
I know we had you were ordering sweatshirts. I don't know how many people are aware that there are sweatshirts that can be ordered. I know one of the things that Clarksville always seems to have is all their fans seem to have a sweatshirt or something
Like
on.
doing the same thing. Yeah, I did.
How can we order these?
I ordered a bunch of sweatshirts. They're going to be white sweatshirts. It's going to say, on it, it's going to say James or Wildcat Wrestling on it. It's going to have 88, 89 with a couple guys in the middle. And through the Wildcat, it's going to have James going curves. I saw it. It's going to be a sharp looking sweatshirt. So that's but it's going to be on a white shirt with gold print and black background. It's going to look, they're really sharp looking, I thought.
How do we order them?
Okay, I took orders from a bunch of the kids, I think most of the wrestlers got all their orders in. A few of the parents already ordered some, but I ordered about 25 or 30 extra ones. The price of those is going to be about approximately $17, which is I thought was pretty reasonable. You know, I wish we could have ordered a lot more and got the price jack down. That would probably been stuck with a bunch of money. Yeah, those should be in within a week or two. And I'll try and, they should be in this week, I think, because I ordered them a couple weeks ago and they said probably be a couple weeks. But I can bring the extras and have them sold at the wrestling meets, or have if you guys want them, just let me know. And I'll write the name down, make sure you get one. We also got t-shirts. I didn't order too many t-shirts. We only got a few extra ones, but I think that would be great. You know, if you can, I'm not saying you have to order one, but you know, I think it looks great. It looks like Mr. Lockett said, it looks pretty sharp, and you see everybody up there dressed the same way. So, I don't know. I think that's pretty sharp. But, boy.
Are you gonna have somebody tape all the matches this year?
Yeah, that's how I'm planning on it. We can get the VCR and stuff every time. I'm gonna try to, yeah. But I'm gonna try. There's another thing that I'm gonna try to do too. There's a guy that I know from Esterville. What I'm gonna do is get a tape and have all the guys' matches taped on. I'm gonna send it to this guy in Esterville, and he just does an unreal job. He did some stuff for us last in Storm Lake. It was a highlights tape, where it just goes through the whole season, match by, guys just match by match. It just shows highlights, different moves, really good moves that they did, goes through slow motion and stuff. And he followed the guys down around state tournaments, stuff like this, and I'm gonna kind of go against his rules, but I'm gonna order one from him, have some tape to him, and have him send it back, and I'll copy them off and hand them out to you guys. But, I mean, it's really sharp. This guy does unreal work. It's so cool. I mean, I know. Follow the guys.
Can you talk to Booster Club, or is the school gonna furnish the tape, or you want the parents?
Okay, that's one question I was gonna have too. How does Booster Club go with that? Will they furnish tapes for that? For each man, each individual?
You know, anybody? Not at all? Okay. Okay. Yeah, we gotta gather. Yeah. Okay, I'll hit him up that tomorrow and see what he has to say. Yeah, I'd like to have one for each individual guy. With all their separate matches on them, back to back.
Well, even if we could just get, if we could get copies of the case, you know, if we would even take it to home, guys, and home.
Yeah.
We would make our own copies, but it's not hard for you to go get a camera.
Yeah. You know, I think the way it sounds, we can use the school's camera. I got it pretty much for years. Yeah, I've got a Stu Glass. Is that what they videotape before? I talked to him about it. Man, he can do it.
They're gonna get a problem with the camera though, when there's a basketball game and a wrestling match at the same night. You have to realize what this is. This is not a camcorder, and what you see right here is what they'll have to use, and it's too many pieces. It's not very portable, so they're gonna have to find one stationary place. And it's a pain to use, and it's heavy. They don't have a tripod. My right arm is about to fall off.
I have a camera.
Okay. Yeah, we can do it, you know, if there's times we can't get that.
Even the tournament time too, you know, if you have one, bring it. Because there's a lot of times you'll have 2, 3, you know, sometimes more kids from Janesville wrestling at the same time. So just, you know, if you wanna bring it, especially a tournament, it's nice to have more than one camera.
You know, it benefits for us too, and they can go back and take a look at matching little things that they've done right, and maybe something they can improve on. It helps them out a great deal. Is that what you wanted, Mr. Arjes, as much?
Well, you know, each tribe can have their own, so they go back. At the end of the year, when tournaments start, they rally that tie here and there, and, you know.
Yeah, that's, I'd like to do that.
You know, a lot of teachers, you want to send them to school.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to do that. I'll talk to Steve tomorrow and see what we can get lined up for that, and, school bus band.
One more thing, as far as parents, that you guys can do to help, athletic boosters of all the winter sports concession stands, help out the basketball people once in a while, and when it's hard, we have only a few home wrestling meets, but we do have the conference tournament this year, and that's January 27th, it's an all-day affair, you're gonna find out tournaments go all day anyway, but we have that one here, but we're gonna need people to work the concession stand that day, and then whenever you're called, or whenever I ask you, hey, will you work for a little bit at the wrestling meet, or whatever, we're only open for a little bit at wrestling meets, we're only open during the break, so it doesn't take much time, concession stand, but we, you know, we need 2 or 3 volunteers each time, so.
Okay.
We will be calling for that, and we do get all the proceeds from that over the winter,
Okay.
both basketball and wrestling, so if somebody from, if they need for a basketball game, the proceeds will be in there.
Go to it's okay. Yeah, it's coming up to the tournament, we're gonna need as much volunteer help as we can, like running tables, keeping time, stuff like that, and Tom, I'm sure we'll be in touch with you guys, be willing to help us out with that too. Might pick up everybody for that, as many people as we can.
One of the things, I know the question that I had last year, I know now we no longer have just the conference tournament, it's a dual type with another conference. I don't know what your feeling is on that, but I see that it's possible that one of the two conferences could end up, you know, overpowering the other, you know, quite, you know, so. I don't know how the other parents feel about that, but I just didn't see it go back to, you know, there is just 5 schools.
Yeah, to stay within our own conference with it.
I don't know how other parents feel about that.
Yeah. How many this last year?
Last year's the first year that they went together.
First year, okay.
Before that, we don't determine on Friday night.
Yeah, that's something, I guess, I don't know what to say about that one, but, you know, it's just something we can throw at the athletic directors and let them know that that's a concern, and they can probably voice it about it.
Anyone know how it worked out last year? You know, did the two conferences have more champions than the other, or what,
I don't know,
Was it one-sided?
I don't think we ever figured it
I
out.
couldn't really tell you.
Well, Gordy, you wanna tell them about tickets
Yeah,
for the state?
we'll finish up with that.
I know this isn't a very good time to think about it,
this is the time to think about tickets for finals, which means the final night at down the state for the wrestling tournament. That's a Saturday night. The only way you get in is with advance tickets. They don't sell them at the gate down there. If anybody wants to order tickets, I'll take your order, your money, and there's a guy from Cedar Falls who goes down and buys tickets for Cedar Falls High School. He's been buying them every year, and he usually gets fairly decent seats. Now, there's no guarantee where we're going to stick, so you can throw everybody's name in a hat and draw it out, and you just sit where you want to. Seems like Cedar Falls always gets pretty good seats. And if anybody wants tickets for finals, they're $5 a piece. Now, take your order tonight, and I'm going to turn money into them tomorrow. And that way we can all sit together.
Are these the same ones that already?
Yeah, that's big.
That's the same.
I didn't know until the day before yesterday that I could get any amount. Already before you told me, well, I can only get 10 or 15 tickets. And so I'd already ordered 15 tickets. And this morning he told me that I could get, you want 100 tickets? Bring me the money. So I decided, well, if these guys, I didn't know like the meeting that either, so if everybody likes to sit together, that would be kind of nice for Jason to be able to sit together. Because when you get a ticket, you're going to sit in that seat. You're going to find, you're not moving around.
It's kind of nice down at Beth, it's a big place, you can spread out.
So if anybody wants to take the see me, and I'll write your name down, take the money, and we'll get, and if you can't, for some reason, I don't know, if for some reason you don't get your, ticket, I'll give you your money back, of course. No problem. $5 a piece, it went up $1 this year.
But that the reason it went up is to help, alcohol and drug abuse to help with seminars. That's another thing that I think is great. I haven't gotten, I just thought about that. It's been kind of heavy these past couple of weeks for me, at least getting things in line and trying to get everything done. But they've put a new drug and alcohol awareness seminars each week into our programs. Each sport has to do this a total of at least 15 to 20 minutes a week just to better inform our athletes and our students how they affect them personally in their life, how they affect them physically, stuff like that. And I think it's a great idea. It seems to be going over Cedar Falls program. It seems to be going over pretty good with it. So that's just one thing we're going to seem to be anyway. It's hard to tell. But I think it's a darn good idea to do that, just kind of help better inform these kids, or these young men, about the effects of drugs and alcohol and tobacco and stuff on your body. And better hear it coming from somebody at least who's supposed to know a little bit about it, other than coming out in the street hearing it from everybody else, hearing all the wrong stuff. But that's just one thing. We're going to take 15, 20 minutes out each week to have a seminar on drug and alcohol stuff. I just thought they'll be getting handouts and we'll be sending stuff home. Anybody have any questions?
I'm not sure there's anybody else who is your high school.
Oh gosh, yes. Can't forget I'm sorry, this is Scott Duffel. You guys. But no, Scott's doing an excellent job with the junior high program. He's worked with a lot of these freshmen, so this last year, first year.
Is there any talk? I know I've heard one rumor this past week about starting a kiddie program.
You better believe it. I'm going to try and get that started up probably in January or February.
How can we help?
Boy, right now I'm still in the planning stages of that. I'm still trying to get things down on paper as far as what I'm going to do, and then, hitting up as many kids as you see on the street, I guess. I'm going to take some of these guys down from the junior high, down into the elementary, and show them the big studs, the guys that they idolize, and have them meet them face to face, and stuff like that, kind of get them a little pumped up, jab them in the butt a little bit, get them going for others and stuff. I already got to talk to a couple of little guys with trainers this year, and I told them, guys, go throughout the class, get a list, and write down your name. Go tell these guys, man, wrestlers are so cool. They get all the good-looking girls, and they kind of look at them about that as well. And they came back next week, and they had a list of 30 kids with their names on them who want to wrestle. So now all I got to do is get down there and get in contact with them and get these guys down there with them too. So sounds like just that little bit, got some good contact with some guys that will have some interest with the program. But now that'll be, hoping that'll be, probably start up in January, February, maybe 2 nights a week for an hour. Nothing real pushy yet. Just kind of give them a good solid base and give them so they can get a good taste of wrestling. Anything else? Okay. I gotta apologize for this being so unorganized. I'm terrible at this stuff, so especially like I said, getting up in front of people. But I really like to thank you guys all for coming. And I know it's gonna help out each and every one of these guys when just seeing that we got the support here from the parents, the community, and stuff, and they'll make their season go a heck of a lot better for them.
Is the Clarksville meet here or there?
That Clarksville. So we're gonna
bring 10 friends.
Bring as many people as you can.
That's it. That's another thing I think, Jack, you asked about what you can tell. If you guys could promote our team a little bit around the community, talk about them, promote them, they're class act, they're a bunch of good kids. And they're all winners, you know that, good leaders. And it's gonna be a good year. So promote that, tell some people about it. Let's see what we throw that gym up a little bit. And it'll help the whole school. I think the wrestling program has to take the lead. And we're in a position to do that.
I don't know, you guys. I don't know if parents have seen my set of rules or not. I hope you have. I demand an awful lot out of these guys. They're in the spotlight in school and in the community. They're taking on a role of leadership and trying to set precedents for themselves and people around them. Can't demand respect, but I'm demanding it out of these guys to show other people respect, because the respect that you give out through the parents, the fellow wrestlers, the opponents, the school, the teachers, everything, is going to come back positive to you guys too. And that's one thing I really stress, and it's going to help benefit our program. Seriously, I hear once in a while these teachers coming, you guys need something so he's stuck up all the time, going with that kind of attitude, and that's what you're going to get, Tell these guys just kind of, sometimes you have to turn the other cheek and come out a better man for it. So far they've been doing good. I've had a lot of good compliments lately out of these guys, the way they've been conducting themselves and all that good stuff, so something to be proud of. I don't know what else to say.
Is there a schedule out yet?
Pardon?
Is there a schedule out yet?
That's one thing I keep telling these guys that keep asking me, I got it typed up, but I still got to get a run off yet. I mean, I do have one typed up, I just got to get a run off, so. And I'll get it. Bonnie got one. Yeah, I'll try and.
Since Saturdays are gone.
I'll try it, I'll try
The whole day.
I'll try and get those schedules handed out this week. I can't promise nothing, but I will try and get that.
What time does it start?
Saturday, junior varsity starts at 10 o'clock and varsity starts at 11:15. They're gonna run them together. They're gonna start the junior varsity out first, and then they're gonna just switch them back. It should go pretty smooth by the way it looks. There's 8 teams. We got, oh Lord, we just went through this. Bell Plain, Hudson, Dyke, Ford, Benton Community, Marion. Keep going. Chief Soccer Man, Rick Guerin, Benton Community, Marion, Mount Vernon. Okay, Kennedy and Jefferson, you can bring up your JVs. Yeah. All right. Well, I'd like to, there's a few guys I haven't met yet, and I'd like to get to meet you afterwards. We got refreshments back here. We got pop or orange juice and coffee. Thank you. Coffee. Thank you. Did you bring? Okay. Yeah. I'd like to meet you guys, a few of the parents. I've had quite a few guys that like to meet the rest of you. So hopefully you guys will. We'll see good things out of them. I think